I remember when I was 4 and boarded my first flight. My father had just gotten transferred to Turkmenistan, a country in the east of the Caribbean Sea in Central Asia. It was my first time living in a new country, amongst people who didn't quite look like me or spoke the same language as I had grown up hearing. My father told me that on the first day of school, all of my teachers were surprised by how talkative I was. The catch being, I never spoke in English, I always spoke in Hindi. I really cherished the time I spent there. However, it was during that time that I first became conscious of my identity. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the way a 4-year-old should be made to feel about who they are and where they come from. I am currently in my kitchen, a place I never step foot on, and it's honestly for the best because I'm a hazard here. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say I burned popcorn thrice consecutively until my mom just gave up on me and was like, let me make it for you. But I wanted to kind of help my mom out, make one of our traditional dishes from my native place, Uttarakhand, called Churkani Bhat. And I've loved this dish since I was a little girl. But because we have no groceries at home, we'll have to first go to the store to buy some. So come with me. I used to go to an American school in Turkmenistan where most of the students were children of diplomats. Now, don't get me wrong, I used to love school. I used to love going there every single day. But it was lunch break that I used to dread. Now, my mom used to make various different kinds of Indian cuisines for me every single day. And though I loved them at home, I was embarrassed to even open my lunchbox at school. This was because the food that I had grown up with was being taunted as being smelly at school. And I remember the many lunches I used to skip and the scolding that came after when my mom found a not so very empty lunchbox. I used to beg my mom to make me normal food like pasta or sandwiches. And funny enough, whenever she did make it for more than 2 days, it just didn't feel right. Food had become a part of my cultural identity, and though I tried to run away from it, I could never escape it. When we came back to India and shifted to Pune, I remember how quickly my feelings for lunch break changed. In India, I felt included. My food was no longer revolted against, and it actually became a means of making new friendships. I remember making some of my first friends at that school through food and through exchanging each other's lunch boxes. I went from dreading lunch breaks to begging for just 5 minutes more after the bell rang. I was finally excited to see what my mom packed for school, and my lunch boxes finally started coming back home empty. In 2021, my friend and I actually went to France for a summer school, and I kid you not, the 3 weeks we stayed there, we barely survived on the packed food we brought from India in a really big bag. And it was actually there that I finally realized how dependent I was on my own cultural cuisines. Like, even though France is considered the place with the best food in the world, to me, it paled in front of my mother's palak paneer or even the roadside vendor's momos. And I finally realized why every single Indian parent goes to an Indian restaurant after a week of traveling abroad. The food that I was taunted for at school was now a world-famous cuisine that everyone wanted to have a bite of. We finally made it! Yay! But yeah, I think as a kid, I just wanted to fit in and make new friends. But as I've grown older, I've come to appreciate my own identity as a South Asian kid more. And I think the fact that I experienced these things and the fact that I've grown up in these places made me appreciate and respect my own culture more. And you know, the smelly food, the smell was just the rich aroma of the spices we put in our food. So yeah, I think that's it for the video till I eat what I've made in the kitchen for the first time without burning the place down. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye-bye.